Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another review. And today we're doing a review for, where am I? Where am I? Can't see me. Today we're doing a review for The Invisible Man. That was going to be my last invisible joke. I promise. Oh crap! But before we get into the review, make sure you like, subscribe, check out some of my other videos. I really appreciate that. Just recently, me and Nick did this hilarious video. We watched this video by this motivational speaker that we talked about. And yeah, check it out. A lot of work was put into it, and we had a blast shooting that. Now, when I first saw the trailers for The Invisible Man, I was thinking, yes. Because I was thinking that this would have a lot of good potential to be a great psychological thriller. Just think about it. So the general premise of The Invisible Man is that this woman, played by Elizabeth Moss, just basically ran away from a very abusive relationship that she has had with this tech genius, with this optic genius by the name of Adrian. And she has run away from him because they have been in a very abusive relationship. He has now died. A few weeks after she ran away, it has said that he has committed suicide. But something is haunting her, and she can't tell what it is, and she starts to think that he has turned himself invisible. And basically now you have a movie where she's trying to figure out, is he invisible? Is he not invisible? And I thought that was going to be a great premise for a psychological thriller. I mean, the whole premise just sounds like amazing, because she's going through it, she thinks he's invisible, she's telling everybody, hey listen, I'm being haunted by my ex who has figured out how to turn himself invisible. And the whole world's telling her, no, he killed himself. He's not actually invisible. There's no such things as being able to turn yourself invisible. And she's going through it because nobody's believing her. This relationship has damaged her. She's so scared. There's a sequence in the beginning where after she runs away from the relationship, it has 2 weeks have passed, and she can't go outside the house because she thinks that he's going to be standing out there or he's watching her from somewhere. And that fear just doesn't go away after she starts experiencing what she is experiencing. And people are just dropping it as her just going through a tough time of her relationship. Now, who I gotta give major props to is the star of the show, Elizabeth Moss. I don't think this movie works if she doesn't bring it, and I thought she brought it. I thought she was fantastic. She played a very damaged person who's just terrified very well. My biggest highlight that I really liked was the makeup department. They really made her eyes really baggy, so she seemed very tired the whole time, just drained of energy. And it seems like this thing that she's going through, she's not getting any sleep. She's just losing her mind over it. You can definitely tell in her facial expressions and just by her acting. I thought she did a fantastic job of portraying this woman who is just losing it. What I loved about the story is that, like I said, I was really expecting a real psychological thriller. And by that I mean, I wanted to go into this movie, watching it, and experiencing what she's experiencing, but being also just like her being, is he invisible? Is he not invisible? What is actually happening here? And I think a lot of that aspect of being not knowing what's happening is done very well through camera work. A lot of the times, they use a lot of wide shots in this film, which I really appreciated. So we get a wide shot of the room, we see people talking, we see a conversation, then the camera would pan over to this, what would seem like an empty space. I have a chair over there, so it would pan over to a chair that's sitting over there, and it would leave it there for 10 to 20 seconds. It would just leave it there. And I was thinking, I really wanted to look at the background, really look at the background and be is something moving? Is there somebody there? Are they showing us that? Is that something that on the second viewing, if you go back and watch, there's going to be small little details where you start seeing things? Is that a possibility? I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch that second time to know that. But yes, a lot of times when that pan happens and you're just looking at empty space, it's being shown to you for a reason, to set up tension, and to also get it into your head that, hey, there might be somebody there. There might be somebody there watching. And the whole time I was literally sitting there every time I was is something? I couldn't spot anything, but I was really looking for it. And this is what I gotta give this movie huge props to. This movie does a very good job at setting up tension. It's just tension building. You are sitting in your seat, pretty much at the edge of your seat, because you don't know what's going to happen. And this movie does a very good job at setting up tension. It's real slow with it, but it's slow with an intention. You're sitting there, you're never bored. You're always thinking, what's the next move? Like, where is it? What's going to happen? And there's not a lot of jump scares in this movie, but when the jump scares do happen, they're very effective because of the tension build that they do. They build it up so much that when the jump scare happens, because you're paying attention so much, very closely to it, you do jump a little bit because it's very effective. There was a scene in a restaurant, I'm not going to spoil it, but it blew my mind at one point. Like I was just sitting there with a jaw dropped to the floor just because I couldn't believe what just happened. It happened so quickly. I couldn't believe that the direction of the story and what just happened actually happened. That's how much off guard it caught me. I also thought the supporting cast did a pretty good job. Yeah, they're all good, but Elizabeth Moss steals the show because she is the main character in this, and she does a very good job. And what I thought was really good about this movie and the way they made this movie is to do a film about an invisible thing haunting you. I mean, a lot of times, you don't even need anything there on screen. I just saw that the budget for this movie was $9 million. I think it made $30 million just this weekend, opening weekend. So it got its money back. Good job, Blumhouse. Did a good job with that one. Only $9 million to make it. Come on. Another huge prop that I gotta give to this movie that I did not expect is the action sequences. There's not a lot of action sequences in this movie, but when they do happen, they are very smooth. Like I said, they use a lot of wide-angled shots, and I really appreciate that. And in action sequences, if you're an action fan, you know this, that when you're allowed to see everything, it's so much better than when you're up close and shaking and you don't know what's happening. There's a lot of smooth pans. Just, something happened here. Smooth pan to the other side. Something's going to happen there. And I really appreciated that. It wasn't shaky. It wasn't just all over the place. It's very good. That scene in the trailer, this scene,
is in the room right now.
Yeah, that sequence. So in general, I really like The Invisible Man. I thought it was a very effective psychological thriller. And, I mean, there are few times, sure, when you're dealing with modern day and something invisible or haunting happening, and in public places, yes, with a security camera or a camera, a lot of times you're like, is there a camera in that place? Could they have not seen something? It feels like things could have been solved easily, but it's sacrificed for the story, and at that time you just kind of gotta sit back and take it for what it is and take it for the value of entertainment and be like, you know what? Whatever. This is awesome as it is. It's fine. So if I had to rate this movie, I guess The Invisible Man gets a... Okay, I just had to do one more. It's so simple. It's not even there. Look, where is it? Where's the rating? I don't know. But if I had to rate this movie, The Invisible Man gets a B for Blumhouse. You did a good job. Congrats. Yes. So thank you guys for watching today's review of The Invisible Man. Again, make sure you like, subscribe. I really appreciate all of that. Check out some of my other videos. We're trying to grow. We're almost at 100 subs. We're growing. We're doing good. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Again, I keep forgetting to do this part. Let me know what you think about The Invisible Man down in the comments. I love reading your discussions and seeing what you guys have to say and seeing your opinions. And yeah, see you guys later.